Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. Today we're just going to do a standing energizing flow just to bring some attention and awareness into the body and the breath. So we will get started. Standing in mountain pose, spread the toes wide, creating a nice wide solid foundation with a soft bend in the knees, rolling the shoulders down and back. So growing roots down through the feet into the earth and letting yourself grow all the way through the body, finding length in the spine, through the back of the neck, reaching through the crown of the head. And just finding your breath. And then let's go ahead and bring the hands to heart center and let's take Hakini Mudra. So Hakini Mudra is where all fingertips touch and there's space in between the palms. And so maybe bringing the thumbs to the sternum and the sternum kisses back into the thumbs. And Hakini Mudra is just a gesture of focus and clarity and tapping into our inner vitality. Inhale here. And full exhale. This time, release the arms down by the side. Externally rotate them as you inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And then exhale, Hakini Mudra, fingertips touch as you draw the hands down to heart center. Good, twice more. Release the arms, externally rotate the arms as you inhale, lift them all the way up. And exhale, fingertips touch as you draw the hands to heart center. Good. Release the hands, rotate out, inhale, raise all the way up. And then exhale, Hakini Mudra, draw the hands to heart center. This time we'll inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And then exhale, step the left foot off the right side of the mat. Right arm drops. And then the left hand reaches over towards the right. So big side body stretch here, coming into side dancer, keeping a generous bend in the knees, really reaching through the left fingertips. Good. Inhale into the rib cage. And exhale, soften. Inhale lifts you up through center. And then exhale, step off to the left side of the mat. Left arm drops down as the right fingertips reach over to the other side. Good. Getting really long on the right side of the body. Big inhale here. And exhale. And inhale lifts you up through center. We'll move through this back and forth with your own breath. So an exhale brings you over to one side, reaching over, and then an inhale lifts you back up through center, and exhale over towards the other. So moving with your breath, move like you. Let this be a nice long lateral stretch on each side. Where you find strength in the body, can you also soften? Good. Moving with your breath. Once more each side. And then we'll inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center, Hakini Mudra. Good. Inhale, peel the arms open, expand the chest, arms out into a T. Maybe throat opens, gaze up. And then exhale, round the back, chin to chest as the hands come forward, fingertips touch. Good. Inhale, draw the hands towards you as you open up the arms into a T. Chest broadens, throat opens, gaze up. And then exhale, round the back, chin to chest as the fingertips come out front to touch. Good. A few more times like this. Inhale, open up in the chest. And then exhale, round. So a little cat-cow in the spine. Twice more. Inhale, get wide. And exhale, release. Last time. Inhale, open up. And exhale, release. Keep the hands together and inhale. Unravel yourself up, wave up, and exhale, hands to heart center, Hakini Mudra. Good. Let's make our way to the top of the mat. Finding our feet, hip distance, and we'll begin to shift the weight into the left hand. Inhale, the arms lift up as the right knee lifts up towards the chest, one leg mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center, Hakini Mudra. Find stability and strength. Inhale here. Exhale, kick the foot out, extend the arms and leg long. Finding strength in the shakes and the wobbles. Inhale, breathe into the palms, into the sole of the foot. And then on your exhale, slowly we're going to transition into warrior three. So big transition here. Suck up through the right hip as you release the right leg down. Soft bend in the standing leg as you tip yourself in the opposite direction. Warrior three. Steady breath here. Reaching back through the fingertips. Finding a bit of a counterbalance here. Good. Pulling up on the arm bones, finding some space. And then on an exhale, slowly release the back foot down. Fingertips come out front to touch. Stay here. Inhale, wave yourself up. Hands stay together. Maybe find a slight back bend in high crescent lunge. And then exhale, step the feet together, hands to heart center. Good. Release the arms down. Inhale, externally rotate the arms as they lift up. Shift the weight into the right foot as the left knee comes up, one leg mountain. Pull belly into spine. Exhale, hands to heart center, Hakini Mudra. Big inhale here. Exhale, kick the leg out as the arms extend long. Finding strength in the leg. Breathe into the palms, suction up. And then exhale, a slow but strong transition into warrior three. As you shift the weight forward, kick the back leg behind you. Good. Staying here, breathing into warrior three. Good. Strength doesn't always have to mean speed and force. It can also be found in slowness and steadiness. Inhale here. On the exhale, slowly release the back foot as the fingertips come out front to touch. Inhale, wave yourself up. Maybe find a slight back bend in crescent lunge. And then exhale, step the foot up to meet the right, hands to heart center. Good. Staying here for a full round of breath before we move on. Breathe in. And exhale fully. Begin to spread the left toes wide, creating a nice wide base as we shift the weight into the left leg. Release the arms. Inhale, lift the arms and right knee up towards the chest. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, kick the right leg out as the arms extend long. Breathe into the sole of the foot and the palms. And then exhale, slowly shift into warrior three. Arms wave back, foot kicks back behind. Crown of the head reaching forward. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly step the back foot behind you. Fingertips come out in front to touch. This time we're going to make our way into warrior two. So pivot the back heel down. And then on an inhale, we're going to trace the fingertips along the arm, the chest, and open up into warrior two. Taking a moment here, find your footing, find your stance in warrior two. On your inhale, flip the front palm, come back, reverse warrior. And then exhale, drop left forearm to left thigh, sweep the right arm overhead, side angle. Good. Inhale here. And then exhale, shine the heart down, plant the right hand on the inside of the left foot, all 10 toes face forward, and we're going to come into a twist, a low lunge twist. So inhale, open up the left arm, chest spirals to the left, fingertips reach up towards the sky. And then on an exhale, begin to drip the back knee down. Left hand can come to the sacrum. We're going to come into exalted low lunge. So right hand reaches long overhead. And staying here for a full round of breath. Letting the back of the heart support the front of the heart. Find some lift, find some opening. And then exhale, wave it down, hands frame the left foot. And we're going to move into L shape. So maybe lift the back knee, hands plant, we're going to pounce up. Weight into the standing leg, right leg lifts up high. Heart and head pour down. Breathing into the hamstring. And then exhale, release the right foot to meet the left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Deep bend in the knees as you press down through the feet. Inhale lifts you all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Hakini Mudra. Spread the right toes out, getting really wide on the right foot. And then on an inhale, put the weight into the right foot as we come into one leg mountain. Arms reach up, knee comes up towards the chest. Exhale, Hakini Mudra, hands to heart center. Stay here for one in-breath. And then exhale, kick the leg out as the arms extend, finding strength in both legs and the arms. Suction through the palms. Inhale here. And then exhale, slow transition. Suck up through that left hip as you transition it into warrior three. Good. Finding strength through the wobbles and the shakes. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly step the back foot down. Fingertips come to touch in front and we'll open up into warrior two. So letting the left fingertips trace along the right arm across the chest as you open up into warrior two. Reaching in opposite directions. Pressing evenly through both feet. Relax the shoulders down the back. On your next inhale, flip the front palm, come back, reverse warrior. Inhale into the right side of the rib cage. And then exhale, drop the right forearm to the right thigh as the left arm reaches overhead, extended side angle. Inhale here. On your next exhale, begin to shine the heart down. Left hand plants on the inside of the right foot. All 10 toes facing forward. Inhale, rotate yourself open towards the right, drawing shoulder blades together. Twisted low lunge. And then exhale, drop the back knee down. Maybe hand comes to sacrum. As you inhale, find your exalted warrior. And exhale, release the hands to frame the foot, and we'll pop up into L shape. So shifting the weight into the right foot. Head pours down. Big stretch in the right hamstring. And exhale, release the left foot down. Forward fold. Maybe find a wiggle, find a wag. A few rinses of the spine. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhale, release. Finding what feels good in your body. Maybe movement or stillness. Your choice. Good. This time, let's just get right into it. So start to put the weight into the left foot. And then on an inhale, maybe we drag the hands up the body as you start to slowly grow up, lifting the right knee into one leg mountain, arms extend long. Exhale, hands to heart center, Hakini Mudra. Finding that inner stability. Inhale here. Exhale, extend the arms and the legs long. Breathe into the palms, even the sole of the foot. Suck up all the energy. And then exhale, shift yourself forward, suck up through that right hip as the right leg comes down and back. Warrior 3. Full inhale. Exhale, release the back foot. Fingertips come to touch in front. And then inhale, trace the arms along as you open up. Warrior 2. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. And then exhale, coming into side angle. Sweep that right arm overhead. Big breath in. And exhale, turn yourself forward as the right hand plants. Inhale, rotate yourself open towards the left. Maybe pull back on that left hip crease. Good. Exhale, release the back knee. Maybe hand comes to sacrum as you inhale, open up, exalted lunge. Maybe that front heel lifts, sinking a little bit more into those hips. And then exhale, wave the hands back down, step into L shape. Good. Leg doesn't have to go high. Most importantly, it's reaching back. So see the intensity, how the intensity changes when you reach back with those toes. Exhale, release the foot down, forward fold. Maybe a few rinses of the spine. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. And exhale, float back down. Maybe a couple more times here. Riding the breath. Good. And we'll do that on the other side. So start to put the weight into the right foot. And then maybe drag the hands up the front of the body. As you inhale, lift up. Left knee comes to the chest, towards the chest. Just going in that direction. Fingertips reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center, Hakini Mudra. Inhale here. Exhale, extend the arms and the leg. Breathe in. And then exhale, soft bend in that standing leg. Suck up through that left hip crease as you kick the left leg back. Arms wave back. Head reaches forward. Warrior 3. Full inhale. And then slowly as you exhale, step the toes back. Fingertips come in front to touch. And then inhale, trace the arms along the body as you open up into Warrior 2. Relax the shoulders down the back, fingertips reaching in opposite directions. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. And exhale, right forearm to the right thigh, side angle. Left fingertips really reaching. And then on your next exhale, begin to turn the toes towards the front, left hand plants. Inhale, open up the chest towards the right. Low lunge twist. Exhale, drop the back knee, hand comes to sacrum. On an inhale, lift the left arm, exalted low lunge. Maybe that right heel lifts, sinking a little bit more into the hips. And then exhale, release the hands, step up, L shape. Pour out. And exhale, release the foot, forward fold. Maybe one more rinse of the spine. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. And exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly stack the spine as you come all the way up to standing. Maybe once more, taking Hakini Mudra. Thumbs to sternum, sternum to thumbs. And just take a moment to observe the effects of your practice. Slowing down the breath. Noticing the work that you put in today. And knowing that this inner strength is always with you. Even though there may be days where you might not feel like it. Maybe using this practice to see what areas of your life does this inner strength need to be dialed up. And if you can find softness in your strength as well. That strength is more so about sustainability and consistency. Let's bring hands to the third eye. And we'll pour out in thanks and gratitude for this practice. Just let it all go. Maybe let your body just hang for a moment. Slow roll up. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and I look forward to practicing somewhere with you again on your mat. Namaste.